In terms of making decisions on behalf of women, if you want to take a veterans bill and make it about abortion, then let's do it. You are saying, unless you correct me and tell me what you believe a woman deserves to have when she has been raped, the victim of incest, or is in the middle of a dangerous miscarriage, if you can't state it, then be clear you believe in no exceptions for women. A cold, heartless, violent approach to women's health.
Okay, trust me, if you take 5 minutes and watch this, you won't regret it.
Turn a veterans bill into an abortion bill, let's do it. Not one of you are a medical doctor. Not one of you. What the VA guidelines say is that if you've been raped or the victim of incest or a medical professional deems that your pregnancy is a risk to your health, the one of 4 women in this country who has had a miscarriage, probably many women in this room, that you are a better judge of who gets to decide the future of their life and not a medical doctor? Who do you think you are?
In this must-see speech on the House floor Wednesday night, US Representative Elissa Slotkin blasted a group of her Republican colleagues for threatening to vote down her bipartisan Solid Start Act. It's a bill that connects veterans with the Department of Veteran Affairs as they transition to civilian life. And while the Senate passed Slotkin's bill by unanimous consent earlier this month, suddenly a group of House Republicans on Wednesday threatened to vote down the bill over a single 16-word provision of said bill. And that provision, you're wondering, providing women veterans with information that is tailored to their specific healthcare and benefit needs. Oh, that's right, they want to kill the bill because it might offer a female veteran access to abortion.
Professionals, if it was your wife, your daughter, who is suffering through a miscarriage, are you going to tell her she can't until her fever gets high enough, until she's bleeding harder? That's what's happening in the state of Texas right now. If that's what you want for veterans, shame on you.
But wait, they support the troops, right?
We built this bill to be bipartisan. I sought your support particularly, sir. And you're making it a political issue. Shame on you. You all have pictures of veterans in your office, proud to show your pride in our veterans. It should be the most bipartisan issue in the world, and you're making it political. Shame on you.
Full disclosure, as someone who has been investigating military affairs over the past 2 years for a film project, let me tell you, this bill is essential. Because not only is the rate of suicide among veterans within their first year of transition nearly 2 times higher than the overall veteran suicide rate, but women in the military are at far greater risk of suffering sexual assault. They also incur unwanted pregnancies at higher rates, and their access to healthcare while on deployment is minimal. And don't take it from me, listen to this currently deployed servicewoman.
I just extended my contract to continue serving this country a week ago. How am I supposed to swear to support and defend the Constitution and a country that treats its women like second-class citizens? How am I supposed to do that? How am I supposed to do that with pride? How am I supposed to do that with love and honor? How am I supposed to wake up every day and put on a freaking uniform that says United States Army when the United States doesn't even give a rat's ass about me? It gives more of a rat's ass about the guns they're allowed to buy that kill the children that I'm forced to give birth to. Think about that. Oh, that's so funny. This effect on female servicewomen is an unintended consequence, which means that lawmakers and Supreme Court justices probably weren't thinking about this when they wrote their 213 some odd page report on it, right? They probably were not thinking about this consequence, but it is one. And it affects the very people that those lawmakers hold to a higher standard because they support the troops. Do you really, though? You really support the troops, even though this is going to greatly lessen the retention of women in the ranks of this military? You support the troops, even though you are going to ruin some women's careers? I'm deployed right now. And I am a medic, so I know how this works of like, I have an extremely limited access to birth control. Women in the military are more likely to experience unplanned pregnancies. women in the military are more likely to experience sexual assault. Where I'm at right now, you can't even get an ultrasound without traveling off base. You can't. It happened. It happened, ladies and gentlemen. And I signed that contract, so I will serve my country. But you bet your ass you're going to hear my voice, because I will not stop, I will not rest, and I will not be silent, because this is not an attack on reproductive rights. It is an attack on women in this country. 100%.
Shame on you. You all have pictures of veterans in your office, proud to show your pride in our veterans.
Because Republicans, they pay lip service in abundance to the military. But then when it comes time to vote on bills, they abandon that support if it means furthering their attack on women.
This November is Rovember. MeidasTouch just released its brand new collection of Rovember t-shirts and pins to let the country know what's at stake this upcoming midterm election. Go to store.meidastouch.com to grab yours. That's store.meidastouch.com.